It's certainly not a good time in the world of Kabam. Things just don't seem to be going right. There's a couple of things I'm going to cover in this video. A secret set of solo events that we didn't know about, which is going to be good. Also, we're going to be talking about this AQ Raids disaster. I'm sure there's going to be people out there that are going to be wondering of where's the update? Where's the new update coming in? It is not coming in today. It is likely coming in tomorrow. So the new update tomorrow. Just in case anybody is out there going, where's the update? It's coming in tomorrow. I know some people say, well, it's usually Monday. Unfortunately, it's the case. It's not usually any day. It will be whenever there's stuff, with Google Play, uploading it to the App Store, blah, 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 piddly crap, all the usual things. But yeah, that answers that for anybody that's wondering. So two things that we're going to be addressing and talking about in this video. One thing, the importance of, and I'll have a video talking about the importance of hoarding tomorrow. But in a nutshell, we have got the opening ceremony info. We had this drop today. You probably saw this. You may not have. You may be opening the game. What the heck's this about? So something extra dropping on September 5th. The new update events are going to be dropping on September 4th as per the I think it might fall in line with this here that Kabam said there was going to be. So the Champions game, but most of the things that they talked about, you can see there, have a starting date of September 4th, including Crystal Cleansing, which is very important as well. But everything drops September 4th. New events. Then the following week, we're going to have things like what is it? The Summer of Suffering Fight 3, I think it is. And then we've got 9.1, Act 9.1, all dropping same day. So it's going to be a busy old time in the contest for the first 2 weeks, which is good because then it means that the last week I can actually have a break, not worrying about anything that's going to, drop or covering. Of course, I'll still be covering stuff because there'll be sauna videos from the sauna with RichTheMan, which is going to be hopefully fun. I don't know. Some people find it fun. Some people probably won't. But yeah, lots of things to look over and look forward to. Especially these two events right here. Light the Torch. All summoners who have become uncollected by X blah 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 can participate in Light the Torch solo event, win fights anywhere in contest excluding practice mode, gain points, blah blah blah. More points winning fights with your Saga champions, and by opening 5 and 6 star Saga crystals. Unlock rewards such as units, gold, ISO 8 and more Saga crystals. Of course, one of the big things is opening crystals as part of the crystal cleanse, but this event doesn't drop till September 5th. So Kabam, of course, are going to be giving you more opportunities to get crystals, whatever these Saga crystals are going to be. Hopefully they're spicy, fun, and similar to Magnetron crystals, which of course are those kind of fun Valiant level crystals, or Paragon level crystals. I'd say Paragon level crystals. You could get a 7-star. You could get absolutely sod all. And that has been a big factor for a lot of players with the Magnetron crystals. The opening ceremony solo events as well is another thing that Kabam have laid on for us, which they didn't disclose, which is I love extra freebies for you. And as we said, it's going to be a pivotal set of months building up to the Cyber Weekend deals, I forgot what it was then, and then the banquet event in December. Opening ceremony solo event is that you can actually, is this specific? It's Thronebreaker and above, so there's a bit more of a requirement. Now, I don't know, the way I'm reading this now, is Light the Torch for uncollected only, or is it for them and above? It could be in case you have access to both of them. Either way, if we've seen recently, we covered something on the channel, didn't we? That there was more units available in a previous month's event. That if you were of Valiant, you got more units than Paragon. So Kabam could be doing something similar with this, but it's obviously, if you're lower than Thronebreaker, hey, you're not going to have access to certain things. Anyway, moving on, and in this solo event, you gain points by opening 5 and 7 star Saga crystals. So that's weird, isn't it? 5 to 7 star Saga crystals, as well as new Count Nefaria featured crystals. That is a little bit of annoying and kind of figures to me that there could be a not spendy type element, but unit spendy element. The similar way that a Mega Days. Do you remember a Mega Days? Of course you do. If you follow the channel, you'll indeed know that. Now, I'm not saying specifically it is a Mega Days, but if they're saying something like 5 to 7 star Saga Crystals, okay, well you do get those for free. But what about the new Count Nefaria featured crystals? Well, those cost about 300 units a piece. But it's also saying pre-release bundles and the Black ISO market. So there could be some extra kind of spending type elements to it that we might have to be a bit wary of. But it does say gain rewards such as rank up materials, units, gold, ISO 8 and even more Saga crystals. We'll have a look. On the 5th, we'll have a look on we'll create a guide. Do we need to create a guide? Maybe we do. Can you get there as far as a free aspect? Possibly. I'm not necessarily saying it plays out like this. If anyone remembers, this is my Omega Days guide, which talked about the idea of the, you go this to get this, to grab this, to blah, 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 blah. It could be. I'm not saying it is or isn't. It could be similar to that. One is you go and unlock crystals similar to that. What was the name? What were the names of it? The different ones. Alpha Root and Omega Charge. Light the Torch opening ceremony. Light the Torch opening ceremony. Maybe. Is this an... I'll put this with a question mark. But that's really that. Until we know more info, which will, be Thursday, I've not got much to go on except for similarities. Hopefully we get the picture of that by then. And then we can do some guides and videos and coverage. And whether or not, and ask the question to yourself, is it going to be worth investing your time and effort to grab this? We'll have to see. Yes, there we go. Part 2 to this is going to be all about the situation with raids. And raids being, well, it's a bit pooped really, to be honest. It's not good. There's an issue identified with raids where the starting node was placed in the incorrect position, resulting in summoners in being unable to move to the left or right. Due to this, due to this, the team has disabled the event to fix the location of the starting node. Unfortunately, we cannot immediately launch another raid, so we are aiming to restart tomorrow while using today as a new enlistment period. Please double check your alliance's enlistment today as well. Unfortunately, part 2, disabling raids has also disabled all maps of AQ. So all maps of AQ will run for only 6 days this week. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We know that many folks have already joined raids and spent their tickets. We'll be aiming to comp those tickets by the end of the day tomorrow, so that you'll have them as soon as possible. If you want to avoid double spending, wait for the comp to rejoin the event. Not good. Oh, and happy Labor Day to those that celebrate it. There you go. Not good. It's a bit of a rough time for Kabam. I think they've got a lot of work on hands. As much as I'm really happy with the stuff that they're pitching for us in the coming months, there's a lot of, at the background, AI issues that need to be dealt with. I think they've got to look over Alliance Wars seasons and have a look at the nodes. I just don't think that that meta's very good for this season. To be honest, most seasons Kabam get it wrong and then have to retool it. It seems to be like this. I'm not saying lack of care, but kind of like lack of it's not as methodical at Kabam in the background, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like they're rushing a lot. Maybe they're understaffed. Don't know. Things go through the wayside. Yes, game development has problems here and there, but you hear about it kind of a lot less from, say, more established game. Well, I don't know. With it, I've seen situations of, well, does this happen a lot for something like Marvel Future Fight? That's still going, by the way. Do you hear a lot of this from even up and coming games as well? I don't know. I really don't know. But there's stuff like what went on here. This is so unusual. But anyway, is what it is. What are your thoughts on the current state when it comes to things with, Kabam behind the scenes? Also, what are your thoughts on potentially this kind of a Mega Days 2 that we might be getting next month? Do you think it is going to be? Do you think it isn't, based on the info that we've had in our in-game mail? Interesting, nevertheless. More details, guides, and other stuff is going to hit your boxes and notifications come Wednesday, Thursday, as we get really hyped for those. Even though the game's a bit scuffed at times, hey, we've got to hope that things get improved for the better, and also we have a bit of fun, because that's the main thing about MCOC, is trying to have a bit of fun at the same time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out some other content. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, and bye-bye.